Hey guys and gals, this is Army Mac 1, aka Michelle. I'm about to do a 4th floor regular alpha run. This is 1.9.2 patch. My kit is 1 Glock, 1 saw blade, 1 skull crusher, 3 M16s, 3 katanas, and 1 machete. I also brought some water, first aid kits, and food. I'm pretty much full on my health and my food and water levels, and I've got a set of tactical gear. So this is how I do it. There's other ways, but I'm not very good at the door tricks and things like that, so here we go. Hopefully y'all find this helpful. I don't have a true friend puppy or anything like that, so I don't get to go into the extra room, but I try to be as efficient as possible. And first thing I'm going to use is my machete. I don't know if I'm going to need that, but we'll see. First thing you can do, you can sneak up to this fast biter, hug the wall a little bit, smack him, and then you can use the door trick to reset everybody. Then go back downstairs. You could have stayed in there and gotten hit some more, but you can go and sneak attack the next guy. Yep, wrong floor. So yeah, the more you use the door trick, and I'm going to run back and forth a lot, the less you have to use guns. I only brought the guns for a very small portion of the game, along with the turrets. I kill all my turrets, but I know you can sneak by a lot of them. The heavy turrets, it's dangerous just because if they get a lock on you, then they'll throw a grenade, and that grenade can kill you, one-shot you. So you really don't want to do that if you can avoid it. Okay, who am I going to sneak attack? And next one I'm going to get is the floater bloater. So if you hug, you can sneak attack him, get a nice good damage on him a little bit. And I'm going to keep on running. Get a couple swings. And now I'm just going to sit there and let them hit me. Get rid of those fast biters. Use a first aid kit when you feel low. I tend to pop mine too soon, but I'd rather survive and have my stuff still here and not have to make a big run back. Okay, the next room is going to be Toxic Abominations. So you want the saw blade first, and your second pocket is going to be your skull crusher. You're going to sneak from the doorway, hug this wall, and you won't aggro that first Toxic Abomination. You're going to come over here, hug these lockers, and then hug the wall behind him. You're going to smack him once with your saw blade, and then do the elevator trick. Gonna head back down here, back around. Yeah, it takes more time, but you save a lot of your armor. And when you sneak attack, you do 3 times the damage compared to your normal weapon damage. So you save your weapons too. So which do you want more? Time or armor and weapon efficiency? It's your choice. But this way I hardly ever have to bring anything back to the bunker if I follow my tactics. Sometimes I'll have to bring a saw blade mace or skull crushers that I happen to pick up when I farm, but very rarely. Alright, swap to your Skull Crusher. You can walk to the door. You're going to sneak at the door. You're going to sneak back to the same Toxic Abomination. Not that first one, the second one. You're going to go hug the lockers, hug the wall, and then one sneak attack with your Skull Crusher. He's dead. You don't even have to crouch down immediately. I'm standing up because that guy's facing away from you and you haven't hit him yet. So sneak attack him and switch your weapons. Go to the saw blade mace. Now you can't use the elevator trick once you hit him. So you gotta use the saw blade mace once, swap weapons, and then finish him off with 3 Skull Crusher hits. For this next room, I'm going to use the Glock just to pull the guys, and then I'm going to finish them off with the katana. The katana. Actually, I could use the machete, because those are fast biters in there, I think. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to put some food on. And then once I pull them, I'm just going to pop them once with the Glock. And then I'm going to run back to the elevator area. Oops. Run back to the elevator area so I'm not in the way of that turret. I'm going to switch to the machete. Oh, no, I should have switched to that. And be ready to pop your first aid kits. And yeah, some people are more efficient with the first aid kits, but I've died too many times trying to be efficient with them, so I just use them. I always have more than I can use at the base, so if I ever actually do run low, I can get more. It's not a big deal. I've got like 80 regular band-aids, so I just happened to bring my first aid kits this time. Okay, now that those guys in that room are dead, switch to your M16, and notice none of my weapons are modded. This is a non-modded run, just to show you can use what you get out of your crates just to do this run. So I'm going to stay to this side of the door, and then just bursts, like 3 to 4 round bursts. That way you don't miss. If you just hit the fire button continuously, you'll get a lot of misses, and then you're wasting durability on your weapon for no reason. Alright, that turret's dead. Now, I've seen people sneak around like this to avoid that turret, but what I do for the future part of this 4th floor run, I can't afford to be running across the turret zone, so I go ahead and kill them. Alright, next thing is switch back to your katana, because this next part, you're going to use it. You're going to just step right in the room, pull these guys, and then you're going to go all the way back to the elevator. Because these numb zombies hit you and they get healed. So I try to take them out, the faster ones first. Once the big guys come to me, I run back. That way they're not hitting on you at the same time that you're trying to kill the faster little guys. So those are done. Now the frozen bloaters I can't really run anymore because I've killed the little guys. Now I'm just working on the big guys. And I know you can use saw blade maces. I just use the katanas because they're faster. If you are low on katanas, if you don't farm a lot and you haven't picked up a lot, then you can use other weapons. I just use the katana because it's fast. Okay, now those are gone. I'm going to swap back to my M16s. And these, like I said, are not modded. So I'm just going to do that. Open this door. Now don't go anywhere except this corner of the ice. As soon as you see that heavy turret target, stay right there in that corner. And then 3-4 round bursts at a time, just like a regular M16. M16A2s are semi-automatic, meaning they have a 3-round burst. And really, it makes more sense, because if you're using something bigger, this game doesn't have it, but an M16A2 is a semi-automatic. An M249 is a SAW, and that's a fully automatic. The problem is, once you go fully automatic, you get hot barrels, they can warp, you can miss because you're juggling around when you actually shoot them and stuff. So this is more realistic, although it's a pain in my butt, because I really liked being able to use my bows. Thing is, I haven't gotten the bow mods yet, so until I get a long-range bow mod, I can't use bows on these guys anymore, which is sad. Alright, that took a full M16. I'm going to pop that other M16 in there, because this is another heavy turret. You don't want to get up on these guys. They start shooting at you, get the heck out of the way, because they hurt, and they can kill you if they get a lock on you. So, just 3 or 4 round bursts at a time. No big deal. Don't keep that weapon button held, or you're going to miss, and you're going to lose durability for no reason. And you can use the AK-47s. They do more damage. Just the M16s are quite common. And why not? I'd rather use the AKs on real guys that need to be killed, like the zombies, on hard mode, things like that. So the M16s are a good use on the turrets. And if you've got mods, go ahead, use them, man. They do more damage. I'm just trying to show that it can be done with unmodded weapons pretty easy. And almost a full M16 again. He's dead. Now I come back and get the chests after I'm done with the run. Okay, we're switching back to the katanas. Open the door. As soon as you open that door, run back. You're outrunning the slow, fat one, and you want the fast, skinny one. I tend to run back to the door, and see, if I hadn't killed that first turret, I would not have been able to do that. And the reason why is he's by himself now. I don't have to worry about that other zombie hitting me while I'm killing him. And then I take them on one at a time, so it's no big deal. Notice I had that other katana in my inventory on my second slot, so I was able to just not have to worry about swapping weapons or anything. Okay, this next part, you should have some first aid kits or band-aids, whatever the case is, and you will switch to your Glock. Let's pick that up. Yay, red ticket. Nice. So you got a Frenzied Giant coming up. Now the tricky thing about the Frenzied Giant is if he hits you in full tactical gear, he will do 81 damage to you. You need to make sure that if you're within range of him, if you're going to do it the way I'm talking about, you want to have your first aid kits available and your Glock. Now you're going to go through here. Sometimes I don't dodge all these. Yeah, I got one hit. Go to the edge of see where the white kind of frost look, and then where it transitions to a darker color. That's where you want to sit. Sit there for a few seconds, just so you can gather your wits, pop a first aid kit, and if you decide to run back into the other room once you pull him, you won't freeze. And if you freeze red with a snowflake, you'll walk slower and he might catch you, or you'll take more damage because you're cold, things like that. Or you can stay in this room and try to kite him around, but he will probably hit you once or twice. If you just hit him once and go back through the frost room and then kite him where you killed the heavy turrets, you won't get hit by him. You'll get hit by one of those little spiky things probably, but not by him. Alright, so knock him once, walk through. Oh, I get hit by both of them. That sucked. Oh, I'm going to pop one. I'm going to stand here at the edge of the frost, waiting for him to pat back. It's just safer. You're not going to die this way. Sometimes I get lazy and I'll just try to kite him in that little room, but I'll probably get hit once or twice. And you use the same amount of first aid kits unless you're really bad at it. But be ready if you're going to do it that way, to pop first aid kits as soon as he hits you. I got hit once that time. Okay, once he's killed, you're going to open this terminal. It's going to open up on the other side of the elevator. You're going to swap back to your M16. You're going to hug this wall. You're just going to keep creeping forward until you target that turret. Once that turret's targeted, bursts of 3 to 4 rounds at a time. And notice I'm not missing any. Now, if I just held that weapon button down straight, I'd start missing a lot. And like I said, I don't like wasting durability. So there's one. Alright, go to this corner. Notice the turret is targeted. 3 to 4 rounds at a time. 6 damage to regular turrets, 3 damage to heavy turrets with an unmodded M16. Alright, next room. You're going to switch back to that saw blade. Or not the saw blade. The katana. You're going to pop a food. You're going to come down here to this door. As soon as you open the door, hit the crouch button. Now there's 2 ways to approach this. You can go this way, which tends to be a little bit more dangerous. Or you can go down around this toxic abomination. I tend to do it around this toxic abomination because you're less likely to get too close to that upper spitter. So I'll sneak attack this guy and run straight to the elevator. So pop, and I go to the elevator. And don't worry, you won't lose your tickets. Your tickets will be back down where the monster was as soon as you come back down. The cool thing is this resets everybody that you haven't hit already. If you hit anybody, they will come at you when you come back down. But if you sneak attack this room, you can get all 3 toxic spitters and then sneak attack the toxic abomination once and finish him off with your skull crusher. So you can run down to that door entrance. I tend to sneak earlier than the door entrance just so I don't accidentally pull anybody, because I'm clumsy. I come back around this guy. You can do it from the upper, but it's a little trickier. It's a little touchier. You could possibly pull that toxic spitter up top if you're not careful. Sneak attack, run to the elevator. really don't need to go to the first floor every time. I just hit that one because it's the closest to my finger. You can reset them by going to the second floor, third floor. It doesn't matter. Just leave. Go back down. Get that third toxic spitter, and then you're ready to roll with the toxic abomination. The cool thing is, once you get the third toxic spitter, you're far enough away from the toxic abomination that you don't even need to crouch down immediately. You can stay standing, and he won't see you. So I'm going to crouch now. See, I'm going to show you that you can get this guy from up here. Pop. And notice I'm not crouching, but I haven't pulled the toxic abomination. Since I haven't pulled him, I'm going to swap to my saw blade mace and my skull crusher on the other side. I'm going to drink water because I was below 50. I'm going to sneak down here, cut across to his side, hit him once with the saw blade mace, and swap to the skull crusher. 1, 2, 3. No damage wasted. You got them all together. Pick up the ticket. Okay, if you're trying to clear 4th floor for all the monsters, we're going to do all the monsters, but I'm going to skip that turret down at the end of the corridor that has no reason to go down there unless you're trying to go for the chests. Because why waste an M16 for a chance at a chest that might not have what you want out of it? So, saw blade mace, M16, because you're only going to sneak attack that frenzied giant once. He does 81 damage if he hits you, so I'm going to use that. I've got 84 health. That's enough. Open the door. Crouch. You're going to hug this wall. If you accidentally pull him, walk to the elevator again. Don't try to attack him just because you pulled him. There's no need to. He'll reset once you go to the elevator, and no big deal. Hug these barrels. Hug the wall. Make sure you're standing right about here. Hit your saw blade, and then do a little arc around the door. So you only can sneak attack him one time. I've tried, because he's facing the doorway, he's going to pull as soon as you get close. So that's good. Next, katana. And I'm going to put my first aid kits in just in case. We're going to open that door. They come right away for you. So you're going to kite them all the way down to that first frost room entrance. And notice the fast, small one is coming for me right quick. And there's 2 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once the big guy comes, run. Because you don't want them smacking you at the same time. I popped a first aid kit. Put enough distance, I usually come back to this room. And he'll die. And then I'm ready to take him on one at a time. Frozen bloater, you're all by yourself. There's no helping you. And you can swap to something different, but I like the katanas because they're fast. So a full set of tactical gear will last you the whole run. You don't need to bring another set of anything. Tactical gear is really all you need. Alright, so hug this wall because you're going to get popped. First aid kit. Open that door, hug the right wall. Just get past the frozen area. You see that line past the doorway, almost to that corner? That line is where I sit. I sit there for a second or two. I've never successfully snuck up on this numb zombie. So I'm just going to inch forward till he's pulled. Auto attack. And then stop. Back up a little bit once he's dead. You can sneak attack this guy. So make sure you're crouched. Sneak up on his butt. One shot, one kill. Perfect. Okay, this is your last room of zombies. I put in the Glock and the M16. The Glock first because I don't need to do any bursts. It can be shot continuously with no hesitation. There's not going to be any misses if you hold down a Glock button continuously. I'm going to open this door. Now, you can put in a katana and sneak up on the first guy on the far right. That guy. That one that's targeted right now. But I don't do that. I'm lazy, and I don't want to be close to that frenzied giant. So I don't do it that way. I just use that Glock that I brought with me and that last of the M16. I don't think I'm even going to need the M16. I get in the doorway, start auto-attacking. You're going to kill all the fast spiders right away, and that frenzied giant is on his way. And he's dead before you have to go any further. As long as you're on that auto attack, you're good to go. And let's see, what did I get? I got 3 red tickets this time. I still have most of my saw blade mace, most of my skull crusher. I barely used any of the machete. That was in the very first room only. I brought 3 katanas. And I have about 1.5 left, so 1.5 katanas is really all you need. I brought 20 first aid kits. I use them liberally. I'm not that good at making sure I use them at the proper time. So I use 10 first aid kits, but you can also use the bandages. They're not a big deal. I popped 2 waters, 5 food. I still have a part of a Glock left. And a part of an M16 left, and that's my full tactical set, what damage it took. Alright, well, that was all of the zombies. You're going to open the terminal for that last door with the big, nice chests in it. And I'm going to go ahead and loot everything up. I like to loot everything at the end. I put all my weapons and stuff in here. Take the non-weapon thingies out. Food and water go in there. Well, I'll put you in there too. That way my inventory's empty to go pick up everything else that I want. Alright. Like I said, there's still 1 turret left on this floor, but it's at the end of the corridor. I'll show you it here in just a second. Once I loot everything, I bring everything home. If I don't use it, if my boxes are full for that item, I go ahead and stick it in my bait boxes. Because why not? Maybe it lures them quicker. I don't know. So I got tons of stuff. Like these turret parts, oh my gosh, I have like 200 turret parts. I really don't need any more. It's probably more than that. I don't need to go back in this room because there's no loot chest where the terminal was, plus that door's open now. So I can totally avoid going back through the spikies on both sides of the floor. Okay. Anything good? I don't hardly ever get steel plates out of here anymore. It's kind of sad. What do you have? Sometimes you have good stuff. You had nothing. Oh, that's rip. That's bad. More batteries. Alright, so this is the corridor I was talking about. If you go see that turret at the end on the mini-map, you can kill him with just under a full M16 non-modded. He's guarding one chest. Sometimes it's got steel in it, sometimes it doesn't. But I'd rather save my M16s and AK-47s for the turrets I really do have to kill and hard mode. So I hardly ever kill this guy. If I ever get the compound bow mod, I think that will get me the range I need to kill the turrets with the bows again. Once that happens, game on, like Donkey Kong. Okay, we got one more chest, and then that's it. Alright, let's show you the loot. This is the loot out of it this time. Sometimes you get steel, it's random, you know. And then I'll take what I can and then come back for the second load next. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already, if you found this useful. And hit the notification bell for future updates. I appreciate y'all, and y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.